In today's session, we're going to be making AI creations, image creations for Thanksgiving. The ultimate goal is to see if we can create these into real sets. So we won't be making the real sets today, but we will be testing out the image creator to see what kind of ideas we can. So this will be done in 3 parts. Today we'll be coming up with images. Number 2 will be finding all the parts. So we'll do a video on us putting together the parts potentially. And then 3 is building it together, and then we'll show the instructions for the whole thing. So the image that you're seeing on the screen today is actually AI created, which is one of the images that we'll talk about. But let's go ahead and get one of the prompts started, just so that we can start getting the machine going, because it does take a couple minutes for this to go. So this is Bing's DALL E3 image creator that we've been using for a lot of the videos that we've had in place. Let's put in a prompt here today just to test this out. So here's a few prompts that we've had in the past. One of them that we used for the screenshot, but let's just try for something small, Lego scene idea for cozy Thanksgiving house. Oops, capitalized the wrong word. All right, so let's get that going. And as mentioned, it usually takes a couple seconds for it to go. So let's just take a look at some of the images that we've produced, just testing this out. So this is based on the prompt, a Lego scene idea, that Thanksgiving idea set. And you can see it produced a few different images here. Not too bad. Doesn't really understand, again, what a lot of the things that it's producing is. So you'll see some kind of weird stuff coming out of the turkey here, and not the usual Lego turkey that's included in a lot of the sets. But I could see this being put together real easily. This is kind of a larger size house, more pieces that I think I could produce, for at least for the brown on top, but kind of a cool idea that can be produced there. And then here's another kind of a weird scene idea where the turkey's eating dinner. And then a larger scene idea, and you'll notice again the faces can be a little messed up for some of these. So let's see what it produced for the scene that we just put together, which is a Lego scene for Cozy Little House. So I thought using Cozy Little might be a little more easy to build. So here's an idea I kind of like. All 4 of these are looking kind of nice. So cool little house. Not really sure how you'd produce that with Lego, and that's one of the things that doesn't do very well, but you can see an idea behind kind of a bench outside of a small little house with a few pumpkins. So that might be doable. I really like this. It's probably the lighting that does it, but the idea of this house seems a little neat. An outside scene. And then this looks beautiful here. Again, probably due to the lighting, but has a cool little outside fireplace with a nice little Thanksgiving scene and a back house to it. So kind of what this tells me is that we could build a little set pulling from these ideas that is a little house. Maybe it's the side of a house. We don't have to build the whole thing, but just enough to give us a bit of a backdrop. And then the scene would focus around the Thanksgiving dinner outside of the house with a fireplace. And then here's the last one. Very weird image here going on, but another similar idea, house with a Thanksgiving scene going on in the front. Okay, so let's close that out. So I think we're getting close. Today's session probably won't take too long as the last sessions, but I feel like one of these ideas could easily be generated based on the pieces that we have. So let's just see if we can get a few more ideas. I'm just going to go really basic with a Thanksgiving Thanksgiving dinner. Probably going to produce something very similar to what we just saw. Let's take a look what else we've produced in the past. So another Thanksgiving scene, an idea for a Thanksgiving feast. Probably going to give us something that looks quite similar to these pictures here. You can see a long table in a room. I don't think I have any pilgrims in my set, so I'm just going to put together some Legos that work. Here's another idea for turkey. Of course, I didn't get the exact thing that we wanted, but did produce some nice turkeys that I'm not sure how the geometry would work on these, but maybe something could be produced. This one looks really nice. We used it for the credit screen, opening screen for this. But I could see these being done. Again, I think the only reason why I would pause to not make these into a set is I'm not sure the geometry for the tail feathers in the back, but it seems simple enough to produce. All right, so as I mentioned, it looks very similar to the Thanksgiving feast. So another idea, central room with a simple table built, and if you have a turkey or any candles or things like that, which we do, you can build that all out on the table with your Lego figures around the outside. Another one, well done, with the Lego figures here kind of staring out and waving. So I like that. I could see this being used like a screenshot for something. And then also nice kind of old-timey shot. It's kind of weird here. It looks like it's embedded a Lego person kind of into the background scene, and there's just kind of gobbledygook garbage everywhere. Another simple Lego scene. So far the winner, I think, is just building kind of a simple little house scene type thing with a simple table on the outside, some people eating a feast. So we'll probably go for something like that. And then let's do one more search here. Lego scene idea cozy. Let's see here. Lego scene idea for a Lego build idea. Switch up the beginning a little bit. For a Thanksgiving. So just go really broad, see what it does. So while that's going on, just take a look back again at some of the other sets that we've done. It's not really anything to look at there. We tested it with a Lego box in the background, just because I love seeing what AI produces for some of these Lego boxes, and we've touched on this in the past, but AI does not understand words generally or what it's producing. It's seen a lot of images of like 7 to 12. This is actually, I think, one of the first ones I've seen where the age gap is actually correct, but the numbers and everything are wrong, and then a lot of the faces are going to be off. So where AI here's a good example, 0, 4, 1. Maybe it sees that as a Lego set, but that's definitely not an age group or gap. And then 6-2. So it really likes to bring in the Pilgrim minifigures. Maybe there's a lot of sets out there that exist, and then also turkeys and pumpkins seem to be very prevalent in whatever database that it's pulling from, so it likes to produce those. But our query should be done now. Looks like it just finished. And a Lego build idea for a Thanksgiving set. And just wild roof here that it's produced. So things like this, I couldn't reproduce anything out of this, but it gives you a general idea of just a white bottomed house with a brown roof on the top, and again a Lego scene on the outside. So just going to kind of continue. This is really nice. Love the front porch on here, and the columns, the white columns are really nice. Almost looks like a haunted house, almost like the beginnings of the makings of a haunted house. This was left here, for 100 years or so. Definitely look very haunted. It's missing, some of the stuff on the top, but another nice front porch. big, big pumpkin for whatever reason. And then another one where it doesn't really fully understand what all the Lego people are, but kind of a nice little house. You know, maybe this is what we do as a couple houses. Try that out. So that was a Lego build idea for our Thanksgiving set. And for anyone just joining us, this is DALL-E 3 image creator that we're using through Bing. I think we're going to try one more Lego build idea for a simple build. A small house and Thanksgiving feast outside. All right. Take one more look back at some of these other images that have been created. Oh, here's one, yeah. This is a good one. So we tested Thanksgiving, trying to write Thanksgiving into the set. This one I particularly like because it just did a really good job of this Thanksgiving up here. And I like everyone that's surrounded the table. This may be one of them that we use for final build, because this seems easy enough to build. You know, just a kind of brown wall with a makeshift chimney, and then a nice hearth, I guess, to put everything on. But simple enough for us to build a little table with a scene for that. So might be something that we do. And then another one where it actually got the Thanksgiving word right, but has no face here for the minifigures. But continues to try to produce the same ideas over and over again. So probably kind of hitting a wall in this. Let's see what this last one that we're going to do today. Okay, here we go. This is kind of what I was looking for. So as we got more descriptive, a Lego build idea for simple build with a small house and a Thanksgiving feast outside. So try to build it Lego-like. This is an easy enough house to build, just an L-shaped house. And just always depends on if I have enough roof pieces to do this kind of thing with these slopes. But another Thanksgiving feast outside. I really like this one. Little basic little house with some tractors coming up and some pumpkins. So it seems like if you're going to do something like this, you're going to need a lot of these kind of colors, some of the pumpkins. So if you've got the Spooky VIP add-on pack, you can bring some of the pumpkins in there. And then this is really nice. So very small, which is what I'm looking for, compact, and then simple table with chairs. Of course, these are not Lego chairs, but I wonder if I could produce something that looks like that. Let's see, last image here. And another simple little house and a couple little turkeys out here. So cool build ideas for sure. I think we're going to probably pull in something that looks like this. So as I mentioned, we'll do another video. It won't be live for pulling together some of the Legos as we search through some of these and talk about how to pull all this together. But again, today's goal was to test AI to see what kind of ideas it could come up with. We will then go find all the pieces in the next video, and then the third video we'll put the build all together. So thanks for joining us. Hopefully this was helpful. You can see how DALL-E 3 image creator and AI is coming together to change the world. It's definitely changed my world already. So let us know if you have any questions in the comments or anything like that. And again, thanks for joining. We'll catch you next time.